Good morning. If this is your first time here on our channel, welcome. We are so glad to have you. If this is not your first time and you're coming back, welcome back. We are so glad to have you. We're glad that you are coming along in our sometimes not so eventful, but always unpredictable life. We're blessed that you're coming along, and we're blessed with the life that the Lord has given us. So we're glad to share it with you. Right now, I'm in the parking lot at the hospital. It's Saturday, April 10th. April 10th, I had to look at my car calendar. I'm having surgery on April 14th, Wednesday. And so I have to come here and have a pre-surgical COVID test. It's like a thing now. Before you have surgery, they make you take a COVID test. If you've been following us for any length of time, but particularly the last few months, you probably would know that we, my family and I, we already all had COVID. But it's just a thing. Everyone has to take a test before having surgery. My surgery, I'm having a tumor removed. That's right here. You can see it right there. Because I don't have it on the other side. And if you look, I don't know if you can see a difference. It's there. It's on the parotid gland, which is a salivary gland. It's called a pleomorphic adenoma, and it is a benign tumor. We found out what it was via CAT scan and needle biopsy, and the needle biopsy ruled out any sign of malignant cells. However, this kind of tumor can sometimes turn malignant, so we just want to get it out of there while it's... Is that blonde or white? I don't know. We want to get it out of there while it's, not really a big deal. It's just, I think the fact that, you can see it, it's just, sometimes when I talk or drop my jaw, it's more annoying, and I don't not in a vain way, maybe, I don't know. I guess it depends on perspective or whatever, but I just don't like it on my face. I don't like it. So I want to get it gone, and the doctor recommends I get it off there. So keeping myself safe, being proactive. And yeah, so I'm going to get this COVID test. I've kind of been putting it off because I'm dreading it. And I'm kind of dreading the whole surgery. It's like I want it to be over, but I don't want it to come. And I think anyone who in life has experienced, had the privilege of dreading something, we all know what that feels like, to dread it but want to be on the other side. Like when you know it's coming and you just don't want it to get here, but you want it to be over. I think we all know what that's like. So you all can relate to me in this situation. I really don't want to have surgery. I don't want Wednesday to come. I just want it to be Thursday and to be coming home from the hospital and have it all behind me. I'm excited for this to be gone. Not super excited to have a big old scar, but you know what? I'd rather have a scar that tells a story than a lump that's just a lump. My son keeps saying, "Mom, don't get that cut off. That's part of your body." And I'm like, I refuse to accept this as being part of my body. It is not meant to be there. It needs to come out. Anyway, I'm going to go in and get this COVID test done. I don't think I'm going to be filming at all. And even if I was, I've not had a COVID test yet. When I had COVID, I had all the symptoms, and my husband had a positive COVID test, and pretty much everyone that lived in my house had a positive COVID test. So pretty sure I had it with everybody else. I would be actually shocked to find out, no, you just had every symptom. You even lost your sense of taste and smell, but you just didn't have it. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I had it, but I avoided getting the test because I didn't want to have it done, and now I just have to. So... but I've heard it's not pretty. Anyway, I will catch you when I come back and let you know how it went. Well, that wasn't so bad, actually. I mean, it burns up in here, and it kind of just feels like my nose is about to be runny, but it's not. It burned, and they had to hold it there for 15 seconds, but it wasn't bad. I'd rather do that than have my blood drawn. I gotta run to the store and pick up spackle, We're painting and touching up a wall where we're doing like those renovations and stuff. So I just got to get a little thing because we don't need a lot. We just need a little. And then I'm heading home to help with that. So I'll run to the store. So it is Sunday evening.
Mm-hmm.
Manny's in bed. And Mitch is home. I didn't even mention that.
No.
I filmed yesterday. I never even mentioned that Mitch was out of town.
Not out of town, out of state.
Well, yeah, but that's out of town.
I know.
Out of state's out of town.
It's true.
Yeah, Mitch was out of the state.
I was down in Indiana at Indiana Wesleyan University for their youth conference Fusion.
You look like you have no neck because you're leaning back, but it looks like you just have no neck.
Nick, there it is.
Yeah, it was actually funny because Manny woke up on Saturday morning. I was like, "Where's Dad?" I said, "I told you he's gone for the weekend." He's like, "Where is he?" I said, "He's in Indiana." And he goes, "What's Indiana?" And I said, "Well, you know how there's like Michigan and New York?" He goes, "Oh, you mean isn't another state?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, that's what I mean."
You didn't expect him to figure that much out.
I mean, I've used the word and stuff before, but I guess I just forget what he knows. I'm like, "Oh, yeah, that's what I was getting at. Yeah, he's in another state."
Exactly.
But yeah, you went to that.
I did. It was great. I'm exhausted. But what I did like is that tonight with youth group, because we had youth group tonight, we ended up, I felt like connected with a lot more of the students, even better than the months before we've had.
Yeah,
You know,
and we were talking a little bit about that tonight, how I remember as a teenager, coming home from youth conferences and stuff, you just feel super close with your team.
It's true.
After.
It was good.
So, I'm having surgery this week.
I know.
How are you feeling about it?
I don't want to talk about it.
We'll talk about it. I just want to know, because then you can watch this after it's over and be like, oh, psh.
I know. It's just, it's one of those things, it's like when you don't think about it, it's not there. But it is there. And it looms and the anxiety builds and I'm worried and...
Well, what are you worried about?
There's always the one case.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's the worst case scenario. You know, I know this is a common procedure, a lot of times.
It's pretty common.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as things go.
Right. So, I understand that and everything, but it's still you're going for surgery. Like, it's just...
Mm-hmm. I told Mitch that I had accidentally looked up photos of mid-operation, and I was like, you should look at these pictures, and he won't.
No.
He will not look at them.
No, I refuse. The thing is, like, with me, it's like,
after my surgery's over, you'll look.
Oh, after it's done, I'll go look for sure.
After it's done,
but,
I'm okay.
if this was not Char, I would, be waiting in the operating room wanting to see everything that's happening. Because that stuff doesn't bother me. I love seeing how surgical procedures happen.
But when it's...
especially when we were in Haiti and we watched a leg amputation in the last part of a C-section. Like, that was interesting, to me. To be able to see how...
It was sad, though.
It was sad, yes, for the amputation. But it was saving his life.
Yeah,
it was. He wouldn't have lived if he didn't have that. Mm-hmm. But that kind of stuff, it intrigues me to see how the Lord has gifted... men to understand how the body works, to be able to...
And just for everyone wondering, men meaning humankind, not... Well, I just have to clarify, because some feminists are going to be like, beating you up.
Yeah, that's right.
So, yes, humankind.
Yeah.
Because women are gifted.
We can edit that part out.
No. I'm not going to. It's going to be there.
You're like, it's too much work.
No, it's not too much work. I'm just not going to.
It's fine. But no, it's just I don't want to see you hurt. Cut open.
So you're just nervous about the worst possible.
Yeah, I'm glad that this is an opportunity we can get through quicker to be able to.
Yeah, I'm glad that it's like a few days away, honestly.
And not months or weeks
away, because I would rather dread it for just a couple more days, and Thursday will be here before we know it, and I'll be back home.
Yeah, tired, sleeping.
Well, I don't really know. Like,
I'd probably be tired when I'm in the hospital. Like the night I stay in the hospital, I'd probably be really tired because
They're going to wake you up every 2
effects-
hours.
Well, the after effects of anesthesia and stuff.
Yeah.
But by the time I come home, I might not really be all that tired.
Right.
It's been a long time. I had surgery. I had 2 surgeries, but they were like 20 years ago. And so, I was a lot younger at the time. And so my body responded to it. And it was a different kind of surgery. It was still
it was more
on my
invasive.
head. It was more invasive. It was a skull surgery. And it was on the same side of my head, which is weird. It was like here, whereas this one's going to be like here.
Right.
So it was in the same area. But it was a skull surgery, like where they had to remove part of my skull and work inside there. So, of course, I was super tired and worn out.
Right.
This one's a little bit different.
Yeah.
I don't know. So we were talking a little bit tonight about fear and trust.
Right.
Just because of, well, just life in general, but too with everything coming up, it's easy to fall into a habit, I guess, for lack of a better word, a habit of fear. And fear at its root ultimately is just a lack of trust.
Yeah.
Not trusting that God really is who he says he is and that he will take care of us.
Right.
And
Or even the fear that God's best for us is not what we think our best is.
Because it's like, well, yeah, I know God takes care of me and he does what's best for me, but sometimes I don't always like what he says is best, because I would do things differently. Like if I could control the fates, in my own life, I would not have written the story that he wrote for me.
Right.
But every once in a while I get glimpses of why this is good. But a lot of the time I don't know, and I may never know why.
And that's okay.
He thought things were good, but that's okay. That's where we have to surrender our own feelings and trust his will.
Yep.
So I think that's with this whole thing of just just the fear of the unknown. It's because I don't know how the surgery is going to go, but do I believe that God is going to sustain us no matter what happens?
I do.
I do. And so that helps to dispel the fear, because if I believe he has this, I don't have anything to fear.
Right.
So, yeah.
That's where we're at now.
That's where we're at. I think I might just wrap this up here and leave it a shorter video. And I'll probably vlog again before the surgery. And then we'll take you along during. Not in the OR. Like, we aren't crazy. And we can't do that. That's not legal. But we'll kind of take you along and show you how things go.
All right.
All right.
See
Good
you
night.
guys. Bye.
Wait. And then tell them to like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. I realized I didn't
Seriously,
say
it does help a lot.
It really does. So like and subscribe to our channel. Bye.